Hello and welcome to the second game of the final showdown of the Napoleon Total War Winter Cup. We play against the Unity team, Unity&Phip and Unity Landser. We picked pyramids for this game, our favorite map, Athos and mine. Our best map. Lucky for us, they did not ban it. We managed to save pyramids till the whole tournament, till the last match here in the final. And yeah, as I said, lucky they did not ban us. Did not ban the map. Um, yeah, pyramids is a very open map. A lot of space here to maneuver, and this is what I yeah very like very much. So I'm playing Portugal here in position 1 defender side against Lancer with Prussia, and Philip decided for Sweden against Athos with Prussia here. There are two winning zones, this area and this area. And yeah, since I have a very good defensive strategy for position 1, we decided to mainly play for position 1 winning zone. But of course, the area here can be also held. Um, but we said that Athos should play rather defensive, especially against Sweden, so he doesn't get overrun. Um, we played this game twice because unfortunately my game crashed in the first game, where Lancer pushed much more here on the hill and lost a lot of men there and a lot of cavalry already. But the game had to be rehosted because our advantage was not, or let's say that there was no clear advantage for any side, because Philip did a lot of damage apparently on position 2 already. Mm. So we are deploying units. The we see Lancer being quite cautious here now in this area because of his mistakes in the first try. So that's of course always very bad when people can learn out of their mistakes of 5 minutes ago. They will definitely not repeat them. So my defense strategy is to have one light unit here, a lot of some 4 or 5 line infantry here, which some of them can be sent here into the village and deploy here if they attack, but they didn't. And to have lights here in the area, and one militia here. Normally, people, at least when I play position 1, I attack the village and deploy in this area. So then it gets a bit more complicated. So this defensive formation here with lines on the side and some back lines here in the back to protect my light infantry is rather designed for people who attack the village, but they decided against it and wait for Philip to push Athos here again, who is very defensive in this area. He has 3 guards and 4 cavalry and 4 lights. So yeah, so much for my strategy. I have the 3-star general and 2 cavalry here in the back, and some reserve line infantry. So I sent my line infantry here. The village, of course, is a bad place to or not so easy place to defend if they attack. So I try to get out of the village here in front of it, and gain some more space. And of course, in such a situation, it's important to not tank the first shot, because people are likely to kite, or at least have some advantage after the first shot. So this is why the first minutes are played very cautious here, but this will change very soon. My militia is going to the front, but he has fired will off from all his lights, so I could not make him shoot my lights. But I'm exchanging volleys with his militia, with my militia. The Portuguese militia is a bit better than the Landwehr from Prussia, so this is good for me. He double lines with another musketeer unit, and I counter his Prussian Fusiliers with my Cazadores. At least I tried to, because he killed some of my men, but he retreated. But that's not so bad, because I can shoot at the musketeers here, which suffered the the volleys from the two Cazadores here. On the other side, Philip is approaching with his 5 mounted rifle army, and of course some militia and a lot of line infantry, and I think 4 lifeguards. Nice volley here from Lancer on my infantry, and I'm only shooting with few men. That's very bad. But I attacked his Prussian Fusiliers, which came again. And over here, he did not see that we are shooting at his Prussian Fusiliers, which have fire rate will off, as I pointed out before. And his Landwehr also gets shot down by the militia and the Cazadores. First Lancer cavalry is incoming, but I get a volley off on them and retreat my Cazadores. On the other side, nothing happens till this point. Philip is only forming up. I have my backlines ready to shoot the cavalry, and you see they are dropping very fast. But I also have to retreat my square here. And the chaos begins. I thought that Athos can hold the area a bit longer and retreat only the flank, but he decided to fall back to the hill completely, which is a very defensive position, obviously, but also quite a problematic one, because Philip has a lot of shooter cuff and can when the formation is that compact, he can just pull through everywhere, and it will be difficult to get rid of the cavalry. So Lancer over here retreated his units out of the fight. And yeah, the problem from defender side on pyramids is that you can't really chase the position 1 player, because he can just kite here uphill and for a very long time, and yeah, so I can't really win if he decides to play extremely defensive, which he did not completely. At the moment he does, but he did a bit more than others on this position, but for the moment there's not much activity. Others retreated even more here, and yeah, this is very nice for Philip because he can deploy his units and then attack uphill. I sent my reserves to the back of the village here, ready to help Athos as soon as Philip engages with his lines over here. And over here, I sent down my cazadores here from the hill, and I think Lancer sent forward his troops. And also a double line of foot guards and musketeers here, and I countered them with some of my troops. And here I sent my 3 lines, one as a backup against cavalry, 2 in the front. The good thing for Philip in this position is that he can shoot with multiple units, also from behind. We suffer a cavalry charge here from Lancer, and here he managed to retreat his cavalry. I got some shots off on the musketeers over here, but he ran away. And the first cavalry of Philip is in Athos' ranks, and as you see, it's very hard to get rid of them. The guards don't really have a line of sight here on the cavalry. Same with the musketeers. I sent my first Portuguese cavalry against Lance's units to push him away here, and to gain some space in this area. Unfortunately, the musketeers over here chase the cavalry, and I begin my attack on the other side and target shoot Philip's units. They suffered 2 volleys, and Athos supports me with his cavalry. And Lancer shifts units to the other side. So I have to counter his double line of foot guards here with a double line of me. And Philip retreated on the other side against my units and still has a lot of cavalry, 4 of them. He only lost 1. And sends his next one into the area. And we don't have really something to shoot at them at the moment. Only this musketeer unit, which is already shooting the other cavalry over here. Nice volley here from the light infantry on this unit, but on this one they don't really have a line of sight. So we are our formation is in chaos because of the cavalry in our ranks, and I attack with my other units over here as well. But Lancer is kiting here with his Prussian Fusiliers, and only supports Philip's attack on the other side. So I send all my reserves here. The next cavalry charge is incoming. They already made a lot of damage, as you can see here. That's all Prussian bodies lying in this line. But finally we do something useful together here. Athos and me, he pushed with his Prussian Fusiliers, and I pushed with my infantry. I suffer a back charge, but it's only mounted Jaegers, and their charge was not that good, so I decided against the square, and I also have my back line here shooting the cavalry. And Athos supports my attack with his cavalry. On the other side here, my cazadores are shooting at Lance's lights mainly, but also his musketeers, which I try to target from time to time if they are in range. So we have a double cavalry charge here. He could have targeted the mounted rifles maybe, but yeah, he decided for the infantry, which was also fine. But our cavalry is already out, and good for us is that Arta still has 2 guard units in this area. I have to square everything because of Lance's cavalry, and I try to protect Arta's Fusiliers here with my backup line. Over here I pushed a bit too far with my infantry and got a volley into my ranks of the foot guards of Prussia. So here comes the next chaotic cavalry charge on Athos. He suffered the cavalry charges from all of their cavalries, basically. I try to engage the line infantry over here, but Philip runs away and runs to replace his remnant of line infantry with his lifeguard and the other lifeguard, so he still has 2 full lifeguards in the area against my 2 Portuguese line infantry. There's still a great cavalry mess, and I should have sent one of my backup lines here into this spot by now, but obviously I didn't. Lancer runs away with his all his troops here, and I sent my last cavalry to stop the line infantry from charging, and this is one of our good cavalry charges here. I also got a charge on the line infantry. He's formed the square with this lifeguard of foot, which I can shoot now with my line infantry. I got a charge on the lifeguard of foot, which did not form the square, and my Portuguese line is forming up to destroy them, and I got also a charge on the line infantry back here. He decided for a counter charge in melee with the lifeguard, but I still can fire a volley, and they are down to 67, so half their strength. I continue charging on this unit, but Athos is almost out of units here, and yeah, I can't chase Lancer over here. My cavalry tries to stop Philip from retreating. The ridges protected him from the volley of my second line infantry here before I could shoot him again, and he managed to escape. But he suffered a lot of casualties against my cavalry here and my line infantry. But yeah, my double line over here, or my line infantry over here, is out of the game, and I see that I will not be able to chase Philip on the flank. So and Athos has only 1 foot guard here in the area, so I have to go up the hill and try to face them together with his foot guards. But we are in a bad spot here. We can be attacked from this side and this side. I tried to double line over here and chase Lancer in this area. Over here I have to fight the lifeguard. Lucky for me that my position is a bit better on the hill, but of course the lifeguard is better in shooting. And I try to defend the area, but seeing this, it would have been better to actually retreat all troops in time and go behind the village while holding this area. So they have to cross this spot through the village, which would likely lead to more casualties than this situation now. But we kind of gave up at this point. It is not looking that bad, actually, seeing it now. But this was a bad decision by me to not retreat again and build up a new defensive line in this area behind the village. But yeah, it is what it is. Nice micro here from Lancer. He is shooting my line infantry in the village from distance, and I do not want this to continue, so I send them away, but it doesn't help very much. But definitely something you can I want to say about the map is that there are many people who complain that pyramids can't be played because position 1 on attacker side is so OP that they just instantly win, kind of, which apparently did not work out in this game, or I don't know what the reason is for position 1 attacker side being not that effective in this game. Of course, you can say the attacker side has the option to just kite back, but this is the situation on other maps as well. When you stay defensive and kite back on Italy, then you also have a good position in theory, so I can't really see the point here. So Philip managed to form a square with his last remnants of his lifeguard of foot against the general staff of Athos, and he suffered a lot of casualties here. And my last units are basically out. The foot guards of Lancer are still around with 98, and of course this is a lot. So I charge my general, I stop the Prussian Fusiliers from charging and musketeers from charging my infantry. And I also charge the Prussian general, or at least I tried to, but he manages to escape, so I targeted the Prussian Fusiliers, but I get focused from Lance's units here. And you see where the game goes. They are winning, not as decisively as I thought, but definitely with a lot of units. I have 63 musketeers from Prussia and some smaller Swedish units, all in the 40s or 50s, but 79 musketeers from Prussia, 61, 46, of course the foot guards with 76, which are very powerful, 30 8 musketeers and some more Prussian fusiliers. So, this was the second game. We lost our pick, and with this our best map well played by them. They countered our tactic, and yeah, it's 2-0 now for them, and they can choose the next map. We will see which which map they will decide for in the next video. So thank you all for watching, and yeah, have a good time.